I think it's in the water. I think there's incredible healing and therapeutic qualities to the water that comes through the heart spring.
It is in the water, because the water is how it all started. And the water is what's going to keep it going forever.
It is kind of in the water, you know.
It's where everybody goes, and it's a community event, and it's a great place.
It's really hard to find something like this anywhere in the country.
I've been here since 1975. When I first came here, it was just swimming. And that was one of the reasons it was in financial difficulty, because water is a very expensive thing to operate, and without the fitness, the inside, the building, we wouldn't make it here.
Every time I come down here, it's like time travel, especially the summertime. As a student in elementary school, no school, and the pool was unbelievably fun.
When I moved here several years ago, and I was just immediately drawn to Old Town Hot Springs. It's just a fun place to be.
We're really blessed. We have used the pool for the football team as therapy after games.
We allow youth involved in the Partners Program to come in with their partners on a regular basis for free. We give away to other organizations in town for donations at auctions and things like that.
They're very gracious in that they don't charge us any money, and this all goes to the youth of our community.
Not too many pools are open 363 days a year. It could be 10 degrees below zero. We got people coming in 5:30 in the morning to do lap swimming. It is challenging keeping ice off the decks and snow off the parking lot and stuff. But that's one of the unique aspects of the Old Town Hot Springs. People come from all over the country to go swimming at 6,000 feet in the middle of the winter outside.
It's growing. There's lots of people coming here, there's lots of different programs that the community can participate in. It's a wonderful place to be.
This town is growing. Our membership has grown drastically. A lot of it is the programming, and I think we're attracting different people here.
We can't do everything we want to do for this community with the space that we have right now. We're bursting. We have filled in every closet, every spare square foot with these little expansions over the years, and it's just, we need another classroom where we can have senior and kids programming. We need a community meeting room area where we can have our education classes.
Right now we have one exercise classroom upstairs. We really could run 3 classes at a time and still probably be, at capacity.
It is getting a little tight. We're fighting for some lane space sometimes, and just trying to get enough lanes for all the kids to swim comfortably.
So I'm always trying to see what Steamboat is doing. And this year in particular, so I add more and add more and add more. I can't add more. I'm capped. I don't have the space.
It's a real challenge. With more space, we'll be able to handle all of those requests.
Our planning in the future is this addition to the building and renovation of the water, because the two things have a synergy that work really well, and one doesn't make it without the other.
Well, there's 2 major components to these projects. And the first stage, the phase, if you will, is the building. And we want to add 15,000 square feet to the building that will provide a whole variety of new uses. Currently we have 20,000 square feet, so that 15,000 square feet, it gives you a size, sort of sizes the size of the expansion.
By expanding the spaces in the building, we can start generating revenue, which will help us do the second phase, which is the lap pool, kiddie pool area.
That's been a long time since this pool's been redone, and anybody who knows much about swimming pools, they're terrific, but they do wear out over time, the plaster and the concrete under there, and leaks and so on. And plus it really doesn't accommodate the swim team and other things we want to do for our members.
Well, Old Town Hot Springs plans on increasing the amount of water and the number of activities that we're doing in the water right now. We want to increase the therapy aspect of the water. We want to add more attractions for the younger generation that's coming up.
We want to expand to be able to increase capacity, but we really are pretty confident with the models that we've done of projecting and forecasting that we're going to be able to do this and not have to raise prices in order to pay for the new facility. We think with the additional volume that people coming through the door that we will be able to maintain sort of the current pricing structure we have today.
We don't want to be a place where people in this town can't afford to come here.
The building itself is not going to be an expensive portion to run, but we'll be able to create more programs that are in turn going to, help us, with the bottom line. So more space, more programming, more classes will help us create more revenue, which will keep the membership prices down.
I need this place to expand to help us to have more facilities for our swimming program, for exercise program, for the community as a whole, just to have more exercise programs and meeting spaces and just build the community even more.
It will fill up in a way that is going to grow more, to give more to Steamboat, but at the same time, it will be a different group of kids, a different group of seniors. It will be balanced enough that I'm sure everybody will be happy with the outcome.
We've been doing this as an organization for a lot of years.
The town keeps growing, population keeps growing.
The goal is to make sure that this facility is always a community facility and that can be accessible to anyone.
And I just think it's one of those things that's kind of overlooked and taken for granted about what Old Town Hot Springs does for this community.
It is a nonprofit organization, and we rely on, the support from the community and other people to keep the place going. And it's important that we keep it strong, and we do rely on those donations from the public.
We're going to need people to help us that have the means so that we can keep doing all the good work that we're doing.
Giving is a very personal thing. There aren't many things in this community that have the sort of history that Old Town Hot Springs does and the legacy, and it's really the community's responsibility to take care of that, not only today, but for the future.
It's a great choice to give here. I mean, you can see, it's the soul of the community.
Old Town Hot Springs is Steamboat, and it needs to continue being Steamboat.